That river crossing yesterday that I was so worried about was nothing. There was so much fear in the comments on Far Out about people who had slipped on rocks and split their head and different things. I'm not doubting that river crossing can be scary when it's swollen, but it was not swollen yesterday. The rock hops were truly rocks and not boulders, so I was able to just step on the rocks and not get my feet wet. We will have one coming up either today or tomorrow, depending on how many miles we do. I think it's the West Pleasant River. It will be a ford, but most people are saying it's either ankle or shin deep, so it shouldn't be a big deal. It rained cats and dogs last night, and I was in the shelter, and I'm so glad I didn't have to pack up a wet tent. I left a little bit later. Let It Be and I are still sort of working out our hiking styles and what we want to do. I definitely would like to have him, I would definitely like to hike with him when I know there are going to be river crossings. But as I mentioned yesterday, our styles are just different, and I don't want to cramp his style. And I just get sort of restless if I have to break and rest a lot. So, there's nothing wrong with his style. There's nothing wrong with my style. We're just different. How boring this world would be if we were all the same. And I think when people form cliques, it's because they all think, believe, act, and sometimes even look the same. And I think cliques, just my opinion, are because of insecurity. They gotta hang with people who believe as they do, but I don't. I'm secure in what I believe, and I'm okay to let other people be who they are, as long as they'll let me be who I am. I don't need anybody to validate me and what I believe, because I'm secure. So I think it's great that he is different and that we seem to be working it out. So I have no idea how difficult the trail is going to be today. It will be getting more and more difficult because southern Maine is known for being difficult. And the first half of the 100-mile wilderness is known for being difficult. I've got about 4 days at least to get to Monson. And I really have to be in Monson on the 4th day because of the food situation. I did get my drop. It went off without a hitch. Let It Be graciously picked it up for me. You would not believe how much trail magic he got yesterday because he was later than me. I can't remember what all he got. And the day before, he got 2 meatball sandwiches because he came through later than I did. After they had set up the trail magic, I was just there too early. Hello, I don't know what happened to my morning report video that got cut off. I did about 10 miles today. I got into camp fairly early at about 2:30, but it was just too far to go on to the next place that would be available to camp. It would have been a stealth spot next to our next river crossing. So stopped at 10, and today was noticeably more difficult than it has been, and it should be getting more difficult as I go on further south. Tomorrow, we're going to get up early and hike together. We're going to do about 10 to the shelter and see how difficult the train is, how long it takes us, and go from there, and possibly stealth camp. The river crossing I will have tomorrow, at least in the beginning of the day, is very easy. Somebody said they saw kids playing in it today, so it should be fine. There was one that they said was pretty strong and came up to their knees, and I think that is not tomorrow, but I'm not sure, so we'll see. I'm just a little nervous about it, and I'm really kind of struggling with the town food resupply. I don't know what to call it. As you all know, I've dehydrated most all of my food, and I've been doing mail drops, so for this food drop I had to call and just tell her what I wanted and pay for it with a card. So I've got stuff like ramen and meat packets and the Quaker oatmeal packets and chicken packets to go in tortillas that I've been carrying when I flipped up. So it didn't really stick with me today at all. I actually felt hungry and I was feeling really low on energy, so I probably should have gotten more, but I was just afraid of carrying more because of the weight. I guess that's about it. I'm pretty tired, and I will talk to you later.